Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Are you wondering why I am in my kitchen right now on my floor specifically? I mean, well, it should give it away. I'm obviously working on my kitchen floors. They are currently not a color that I like. They're not a design that I like. Brown faux tile laminate sheet. Is that the right word? Vinyl? It's like a vinyl sheet, but it's just not the best kind of design. Since I did do a renter-friendly peel and stick tile situation in my bathroom, I thought, can I do something to match that but make it easier and simple and classy? I think so. I also want to try out a different method for renter-friendly flooring for peel and stick. Yesterday, I went out with my husband and we picked up some tile. You want to get that?
Yeah.
As I was trying to show, that's so heavy. This is what we used before. It's like a Carrera marble peel and stick. It worked well in the bathroom, so I think we're gonna use this as well. Thank you. Those boxes are heavy. I'm gonna get started with laying down a special type of material first, which should leave no sticky residue, fingers crossed. Step one, we clean the floor. So when I did this peel and stick renter-friendly situation in my bathroom, lovely marble herringbone design, I had put down a vinyl tape. My theory still is that when I pull up the peel and stick tile, the vinyl tape will detach from the floor. I mean, we're gonna find out how well that works whenever I move out. But for the kitchen, instead of a vinyl tape, I'm gonna put down shower curtains. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this down and I'm just gonna tape it right along the edge with a masking tape. The masking tape might leave a little bit of residue, but at least it's only along the edges of it. So in theory, this could work and be a really cheap alternative and also be even easier to remove in case there's any concern. Now my concern with this one and this method is whether or not when you walk on this at all with the grouted lines, like will it just crack and move? How will it work when it's not actually sticking to something that's solid? But I'm gonna give this a go. If it works, that will be cool. This is what it's currently looking like. We have a whole curtain here, piece of a curtain here, and it's taped along all the little edges. Struggle. Okay, so apparently you were supposed to put the first tile in the center of the room, which we marked here. The first tile should approximately go there. I'm just gonna eyeball whether or not that's straight. Okay, so. In case you're wondering, I did actually do a little mock-up of all the different options for directions of tiles. I'll insert the different options. I just like this one that I'm going with the most, where all the tiles are going kind of like in this direction. It just made the room look a little bit bigger and also was more inviting into the space. So I'm just gonna do it. I need to stop thinking too hard about it. I'm using these spacers. Aha. I have an assistant.
Hello.
Watch out, something isn't right.
Alright, one sec. There's no gap in between these, so we're gonna have to push.
Ay, ay, ay. So this last tile in the row needed to be cut, so we just like scored it down and cut it. And I think it's gonna be a perfect fit.
Ooh, what a fit. Look at that.
Perfect. So these are all of the tiles that I didn't really have to cut too much. Every other one needs to be cut to fit, which is okay. Because it's actually not very hard to cut these tiles. You just like score the top and then they snap. So not too bad. Not too Okay, so it is now actually the next day, and to be honest, I wore the same outfit yesterday and the day before to film. This is actually day 3. I don't know if it's just like I'm just operating slow or whatever. I'm trying to not push myself too hard to keep my stress levels manageable. I am going to cut down all the edge pieces of tile, stick them down, and potentially grout. I will say, if I was type A, go-getter, get things done really fast type of person, you probably could do this entire project in one day if you started earlier, but that's not me. It's to be cut down from here. Come with me. This is where I'm cutting stuff. Here.
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers.
See if it fits.
Sometimes we try to be cool.
Ooh, fits pretty good. To fill in this little spot here, which is super oddly shaped, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm a professional, okay? I did a little template here where I cut all the little pieces to fit. I added these together and took those to a bigger piece and then cut out this kind of full template on one piece. This is the result with this fun, neat angle that I love. And boom, it fits perfectly.
When to talk and when to shut your mouth. Feel so moody, you're such a fighter. Try to open up your mind sometimes. You'll be just fine. You'll be just
Okay, so I'm just taking a little break and I decided I would answer one of the most asked questions. How much do my projects cost? So for this project specifically, I am gonna include the price just because I have the receipts. For the other projects, I am literally just too disorganized because I usually buy stuff across different days, but for this one I have all the receipts. So for the vinyl tiles, I ended up spending $67.20. That was for 2 boxes. The grout was $22.50. The grout sponge was $2.80. The spacers were $8, and the shower curtains, I got 2 of them, $3 each from the dollar store. The grand total for the whole kitchen flooring renter-friendly project is a whopping $96, which in my opinion is pretty affordable. Under 100 bucks? You're welcome for letting you know this time. I have just laid down the final tile, and I am 100% sure in the rental friendly factor of this. I believe this will lift up perfectly with absolutely no damage, super easy to clean up and everything. We will have to see a TBD type of situation for the longevity of this. Should be okay in theory. Obviously it's not stuck down as sturdily to the floor, but in theory I think that when we grout it, it should become essentially one solid sheet and just be like a fully floating floor. Yes, I use my feet as fingers. The next step is going to be to grout. I'm really warm. It's like 85 or something in this apartment right now. Very, very hot. Anyway, in terms of grout color, I'm gonna be using DeLorean gray, which is kind of like this kind of gray color. Previously in the bathroom, I used this exact type of grout, but I used it in white. I didn't seal it, so it actually stained a little bit kind of like light gray over time, which I actually preferred. Probably would have done gray if I had known better, and now I know better. So gray this time. Shall we get to it? Sun is going down and I have dinner at my mom's in 45 minutes. Actually my sister's. So what I have is a little grout float. You apply the grout with this and then you wipe away the excess with this pretty quickly after. Otherwise it'll dry and stain and be a little bit harder to remove. Sorry for the movement. I'm kind of in a rush. Let's get going. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of the reveal of what the floor looks like, but I am not going to step on it yet because I wanna make sure that the grout dries, because I wanna know for sure after it dries whether or not the grout's gonna crack when I step on it. There is a decent chance that that is possible. So I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of the final reveal aesthetically, but tomorrow we will test whether it actually fully worked. You ready? Look at it. It looks so good. It looks like definitely a professional tile installation job. It was super easy to install these tiles just with this kind of shape and design to cut the edges and everything. And it definitely brightens up the entire space. Okay, you guys, so it has been 24 hours and I have waited for the grout to fully dry. I'm about to step on it for the very first time and see what's gonna happen. I need to be honest with you, okay? Yesterday I told my husband that I was at least 50% unsure in whether or not the grout would just crack when I step on it. Unlike with the bathroom where the tiles were stuck to a tape which was stuck to the floor, meaning that the tiles were really stuck down firmly, these aren't. They're on a shower curtain, which means that if you put weight on it, it could dip down more or it could kind of shift. I don't know, my brain couldn't properly 100% comprehend how it was gonna work once I actually started grouting it. That's just me sharing my honest question, and I'm assuming some of you might have had the same concern, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna share with you what happens when I step on it. Will this whole thing break or not? I don't know, let's see. Testing out a new renter-friendly method. Sometimes you gotta experiment and be willing to potentially have a failure on your hands, but hopefully not. Let's see. I'm literally stepping on all the joints because I felt like those were the areas that could have been like a little elevated versus the center of the pieces. Guys, it is looking like 100% perfect. There is no cracking anywhere on any of this. None of the grout is cracked. I can step on it, I can jump on it, and it's all good, which means this is definitely a success. Woohoo! This looks great. You guys, the flooring is amazing. The fact that you can upgrade your kitchen floors for literally $100 pretty quickly, pretty easily, didn't take any specialized skills, I think is amazing. I think the floor really does a great job at like brightening the whole space. It looks cleaner for sure, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next week. I love you guys so much. Bye.